and that's what the team is focusing on. You know, getting those points to give you that automatic qualification. The last ODI series we played against Bangladesh at home was a successful one. We know they're a team that, you know, always bring that challenge to you at home. So my guys, and I'm pretty sure the captain would agree, we have to come here and play some good cricket in order to win.
To the captain, Shea, have you had a look at the wicket? What is the expectation?
He hasn't.
I have not. I've been very busy with off-the-field stuff, so probably in about 10 minutes, as Jerome said, I'll get to have a peep. But from what the conversations that I had with the head coach, it seems as though it's going to be slightly different to what we're accustomed to. But again, it's how fast we can adapt, and that's what we have to do in foreign conditions. It's very important for us, especially as a batting group, to assess quickly and then deal with that from there.
So you scored 297 in the last ODI series you played in Bangladesh. You played really well. You're one of only 2 players that have played in this squad. So what sort of experience have you shared with the rest of the team about this ODI series?
Again, it's trying to share as much experiences as you can. When you play in foreign conditions, it's very important as an experienced player, as a senior player in the team, to share all the knowledge that you possibly can. And in this situation, we all have a desire to do well for West Indies, and it's very important as a cricketer, especially as a batter, to come into these conditions and perform well. So all the little learnings that I would have gained from my previous trip, it's about having those conversations with the remaining batters and trying to get the best out of each and every one of us.
All right, thank you, Mohan.
Darren, hi, welcome back to Bangladesh.
Thank you.
Darren, a few days back, Cricket West Indies have restructured the whole domestic cricket of West Indies because of the current decline in the results. So do you think in anyhow the idea of West Indies is fading, because as West Indies is not a country like Bangladesh or India or England, they are a summation of some islands. Do you think players are not taking that much pride, represent West Indies? They are taking armed retirements to take up some other opportunities in franchise leagues around the globe. So my question is, you have been a player, you represented West Indies, you have won the World Cup for West Indies in 2016. You're addressing the media after you won the World Cup in 2016. India has been a legendary status. So do you think the idea of West Indies is fading among the next generation of players?
Trying to understand your question. The idea of West Indies. I think the idea of West Indies brings the most, probably in history, the most successful brand in cricket. That is what the idea of West Indies represents. I've said it before, when we dominated, everybody wanted West Indies to play. I mean, all teams go through their cycles. All teams go through the cycles. For us, we're going through it now. But the idea of West Indies will never be one that is of failure. Because I understand the history we bring to this game. I understand what it takes to be a successful brand. And that is what this generation, I'm pretty sure West Indies Cricket West Indies, that is what they're trying to bring back. And yes, we have some challenges in doing that, whether it be financial, whether it be some of the things that we've spoken about, but the idea of West Indies is never one that's failing. It is one that brings great history and legacy, and I'm pretty sure West Indies has inspired so many people from Bangladesh and want them to play the game. And we'll continue to do that. I'll never see the brand that West Indies is as one that's a failing one in my head. We don't do that.
Welcome to Bangladesh again.
Thank you.
You seated here a lot of times as a player, now you seated here as a coach. You played a lot of games in Bangladesh and you know the conditions all over the country. So do you prepare your team like what you face here in Bangladesh, especially?
Well, the captain has not seen the wicket, but I have. I'm not sure if we could replicate. We've never seen anything like that before. But I think we all know the challenge the subcontinent brings, especially to our batters. I think coming from India is something that is of advantage for the guys who have, gotten used to such or the closest conditions you'll get. But at the end of the day, like the captain said, it's the experience, the knowledge, the application of oneself at the crease, and understanding what is required. Assessing the conditions very quickly. And some of the guys, it's probably foreign to them, but the learning would have to be done whilst you play. So you assess the conditions and you decide what is required in order for you to be successful. And like I said earlier, it's going to be a challenge here at home in Bangladesh from what I have seen, but one challenge that I think my team it's much prepared for, because most of my batters are coming from India, transferring here to Bangladesh.
Okay. A question for Sheikh?
Hello, anyone can answer, Darren or Sheikh. This is 𝗵𝗺𝗃𝗏 from Star News. Bangladesh passed very tough time because they lost 3 in Afghanistan. Versus Afghanistan and Muslims also a very tough time. How see this spirit? Because this condition, especially too many medias, too many supporters. Anyone can answer.
One thing that I always say when we speak about cricket is always the better team on the day wins. So regardless of previous, results, whether it's long time ago or just in the recent past, it's still important to play the cricket on the day. We understand that Bangladesh is a very, very powerful team, especially in their own conditions. They'll be familiar with what they have out there. So West Indies coming here in these foreign conditions, we understand the challenge one, and then we see what they've done in the recent past. So that could also be a motivation for the Bangladesh team. So we're definitely not going to be taking that lightly. So yeah, it's very important for us to understand what's happened in the past, but still, cricket plays on the day and the better team must win.
Darren, in 2016, you had played for Rajshahi Kings in BPL. You and Miraj are the teammates. Now you are the coach of Windies, and Miraj is the captain of Bangladesh team. How fascinating it is to see someone like Miraj who is captaining his country.
Yes, it's always a great thing, when you have your under-19 program, and back then I think it just came from the under-19s, and to see the progression. That's what you want as a nation. That's why you have under-15, under-19 programs, A-teams, academies, for your players could, make that transition. And I think we had that conversation when they were in the Caribbean back in December. Really proud of him. During that period, I think Miraj, Drew Bro, a couple of the players came through the system. I still see Sumoya there. But it's always good when you could have your players that you've invested in at an early age making that transition into the senior team and performing. So, yeah, I'm really proud of what he's been able to do.
All right, 2 more questions, one here, and I'll close with the...
Darren, just one question to Darren. Okay.
Can my captain go and get ready then?
Yes, I need to have a net, guys.
Yeah.
I need to be ready for.
Go ahead.
You need to be ready for tomorrow, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Darren, last time when these two teams made West Indies on all the matches in West Indies. Also, a couple of days back, Bangladesh received similar result against Afghanistan. Do you think Tigers are underdog in this series?
No. I mean, they're at home. They're in their conditions. They know very well. And like myself and the captain have said, we cannot take Bangladesh lightly. They are a very, very powerful team in their home conditions. And we got to come out and play exceptionally well in order to win them, to beat them.
Final.
Obviously, some of the guys are playing in India test matches, but what about the ODI guys? I mean, how did they get prepared? Did they have any special training?
Yes. All of our players, probably except Rutherford, Shepherd, and Sharma. They were in the academy in Chennai. Massive. You really got to commend West Indies in the steps they're taking in preparing us for series. So Those who were not in the test matches, 𝗂𝐸𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂, 𝗂𝐸MZ, Shofin Rutherford, 𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂, Django, all of them were in Chennai, in the academy there, getting ready and preparing themselves. So I'm quite happy with the preparation that we've been able to make available to the guys. And again, but you know, I believe when you prepare well, you give yourself the best chance of performing. So like the captain said, at the end of the day is how you play on the day and how you could execute some of the skills that is required to be successful here. And we will need all our skills, you know, especially from what I've seen out there.
All right. Thank you, guys. See you guys tomorrow.
Give him one more. Give him one more.
Derek, you said that you have never seen a pitch like this, conditions like this. What was it in particular that you noticed?
I don't know how to describe it, but the thing is, what I could tell you is we will not let the pitch play on our minds. Wherever we go, the mantra remains the same. You still got to assess the conditions that you are faced with, and then once you've assessed it, you got to decide what skill set is required to be successful, and then you back yourself in the delivery, and that's where you add something to your game. ADD. I left you something.
No.
Just asking.
But you had your chance there.
No.